Hello, is it me you're looking for? No, you'll never want me to sing. Hi, guys. Happy Monday. Wow. Okay. So, as you guys know, we're doing sort of like a hot, messy topics today, but I am going to be answering any of your questions about that conversation that I had with Kyle Chan and Victoria Lee Robinson today, but also sort of recapping the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So, we have a lot to talk about, lots to discuss, and we're going to get into all of it. Now, in the meantime, apparently Lala Kent decided to go on Two Teas in a Pod to be in the twat seat. Okay. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to play the clips. We're going to react to them. But right now, the last clip that I'm going to play for you, it seems like people are not happy with the way that she's talking about Ariana and Katie in their sandwich shop. So we're going to play them. We're going to dissect them. And then we're going to get ready for our live today. So before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's jump right in.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
All right, guys. So I said the last clip is the one that's probably going to be the juiciest. But thank you to Bywig Hello Drama. We're going to play each clip. We're going to dissect them, and we're going to see exactly what your opinions are. Because as of right now, Vanderpump Rules is on a hiatus, right? We don't know when they're coming back, but let's get into it. First clip, here we go. Bywig Hello Drama.
Both for many years have like planned how they're going to go into a season.
Oh,
They both for many years have kind of played this role of like, we keep, Ariana said this season she was gray rocking. I'm like, you've been gray rocking from the jump, babe. Like there's no change here except this year, like we actually need you to do something. And I know that sounds not nice. And I'm not meaning for it to come across that way. But it was like for many, many seasons before this happened, it was like it was okay for her to kind of be in the background.
Yeah.
It was fine. It worked
But if
well.
the entire season is ramping up to be about her,
You're the main story, babe.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a little bit of something. They both for many years have like planned how they're going to go into a season.
Yeah.
They both for many years have kind of played this role of like, we keep, Ariana said this.
okay. So pretty much, and guys, I know what you're thinking. Gray rocking. What is that? I'm guessing being in the gray. Like you're not necessarily, it's not like so black and white. It's kind of like you just exist. You're on the show. You contribute to certain conversations, but you're never the main storyline. And I guess based off of what I gathered, Lala Kent is saying that was fine before. Like we always knew that you did that. However, now that Scandal revolves around you, we need you to step in. And I think that's Lala's problem with Ariana in present time. But you know what's so crazy is like, I don't feel like she really, the only thing she didn't do was have a conversation with Tom, which was her boundary. And people, and I'm watching the show, or I watched the show, and people tend to forget that this was like 2 months after Scandal broke. Like, if she doesn't want to be around him, I don't find it to be the most insane thing. But hold on. We're not done. We're going to go on to the next one. Here we go.
Personally, where I was like, I don't understand is when this happened on March 1st. And then I believe she had a wedding by March 10th and had already met a new guy.
Yeah.
And like, they weren't exclusive, but you started dating. Like, you don't just meet someone and fall into boyfriend, girlfriend, right? But you started dating someone. You stayed in the house. You came back to this show. And that's where I think I was feeling very conflicted, is I'm like, I understand the pain you're going through. But if I'm relating to it and then I'm seeing like how you could move on from something so traumatic, I just don't see how you could be that devastated. But personally, where I was like, I don't understand is when this happened on March 1st. And then I believe she had a wedding by March 10th and had already met a new guy.
Yeah.
And like they weren't exclusive, but you started dating. Like you don't just meet someone and fall into boyfriend, girlfriend, right? But you
The only thing that I don't understand for this specific conversation is the fact that why does that bother you? And I don't necessarily think that it bothers Lala, but it definitely gives her the content and the storyline, a conversation, something to talk about, because that's exactly essentially what this is it is something for her to be able to talk about, especially when it comes to Ariana. And it is a questionable, like you're so hurt, but yet you move on 10 days later. And people are saying that, and people will continue to say that. Now, does that mean that Ariana is some sort of monster and that she's like riding this out? No, she could have met somebody and been like, you know what? I've been waiting for you my whole life. And that happens. I was watching Real Housewives in New Jersey last night, and I saw where Margaret Joseph said that she got married right after. And granted, Margaret Joseph's, and I love Margaret, was the one who had the affair, but then she got married right after, and it fit what she was looking for in her life at the time, and no judgment here. But then for Ariana, I think Lala being like, it's just weird. It's like, who's the one who gets to decide how weird that is? Because for her, if she already mentally, emotionally, physically checked out, and now this guy is going to be there for her and this guy is going to champion her, then this is a guy that makes sense for her. And that's okay. And she deserves that. And he, maybe popped up a little soon for what the timeline fit for everybody else's narratives. But for her, it made the most sense in her life. But we're not done. This shit is never done. Hold on. Last but not least,
I knew they were having like 500 soft openings.
Right.
So when I said I didn't know they were open, I didn't know that they were open any given weekday. Come have a sandwich. I'm sure that it was something that people were very excited about. This has been in the works since season 9 finale, right? Is when they came up with the name. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that they were actually open for business. I knew they were doing like a soft opening.
Yeah, gotcha.
That makes me so happy. I'm like, you saying that she saw that Jess thought, I'm like,
Jess, do you have a blue check mark? So that means you're not even at the top.
No.
She would have had to go
So
through
do you
that
follow
shit.
each other?
Yeah,
So then maybe you're at the top. Either way, I'm like, even with the sandwich shop, you're still scrolling through Reddit. Who's viewing your stories? Like, girl, you got so much time on your hands.
How close do you think Ariana and Katie actually are? Because there are show friends and there are real friends. And I saw them maybe that they were potentially trauma bonded at one point.
Trauma bonds run deep.
Yeah.
I've had trauma bonds before and they are thick, but neither of you better get over the trauma.
Yeah.
Because once you start healing, bond is over.
Right.
Yeah, well, you said at the reunion, you had mentioned something that happened off camera, that Katie had confided in you and talked about how she was kind of upset with Ariana. And I have a feeling that was the first time Ariana had ever heard that, but they both acted like a united front. It's okay. I don't care.
Yeah.
Which I found kind of odd.
But I felt like that was kind of, go back to us season 10, me and Ariana having a conversation at Christina Kelly's party where I'm telling her that her boyfriend lied to her and she tried to remain very stone cold. We talk about everything. I'm not bothered.
Right.
And if that's who you are, that's great. But it's extremely difficult to film a reality television show with someone who talks that way. And she actually, cameras shut down season 10 for producers to talk to Ariana. Like, you gotta give something.
Right.
I knew they were having like 500 soft openings.
Right.
So when I said,
okay. They did have a bunch of soft openings. So if this is an attack on Lala and them being like, oh, well, Lala's being shady, listening to it, I'm like, the girl is pregnant. She does have her own businesses. She has her own schedule, and it makes sense. I mean, did she probably know? Yes. Did she probably want to be shady because right now they're not on the best terms? Yeah. But can she run with this narrative that there's been so many soft openings that she actually didn't know? Yeah. Okay. I want to hear what you guys think. So pop off in the comment section. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and definitely don't forget that we are going live today at 12 p.m. Eastern. I will pin the link in the comment section for you guys to join us. Hot Messy, here we come today. I have a lot. 4 shots of fucking espresso. That's what I have. 4 shots of espresso. I'm like a rat.